A credit report update arrived last month. It listed your oldest credit card as removed. Your FICO score fell more than 40 points. The drop happened in a single reporting cycle. The card company never contacted you about the change. The primary holder made the decision. The primary holder had no requirement to tell you. That single data flag inside the credit reporting system triggered the entire drop. By the end of this report, you will know how to find every authorized user account on your own file. You will learn how to test whether it is holding your score together. Your credit score is not a simple measure of trust. It is built from trade lines that third parties can add and delete at any time. The title of this investigation is Your Authorized User Strategy Has a Hidden Weakness. You will discover exactly how authorized user status works inside the scoring models most lenders actually use. You will see why a responsible person who never missed a payment can still lose years of positive history overnight. You will understand the contract language and reporting rules that make this possible. The evidence comes directly from FICO's published scoring explanations. The evidence comes from Experian's consumer guidance on authorized users. The evidence comes from the standard practices of the 3 major credit reporting agencies. At the end, you will have 5 specific actions to reduce your reliance on accounts you do not control. Take the experience of a composite individual we will call Alex. Alex is 30 years old. Alex works in project management. Alex had a short credit history of only 14 months. A parent added him as an authorized user. The parent added him on a card that had been open for 12 years. The primary card had every payment made on time. The balance stayed below 15% of the limit. Within 60 days, the account appeared on Alex's credit report. It appeared at all 3 bureaus. His FICO score increased by 38 points. His average age of accounts jumped from 14 months to nearly 7 years. His credit utilization ratio dropped because the high limit was now factored in. Alex used the higher score to secure a better rate on a personal loan. Then, the parent decided to close the card account. The decision happened during a routine review. The issuer removed Alex from an authorized user. The next monthly update from the bureaus deleted the 12-year trade line from Alex's file.
His average age of accounts fell back. His utilization ratio rose again because the available credit disappeared. His score dropped 32 points. Alex called the issuer. He called each credit bureau. The issuer said removal was at the primary holder's discretion. The bureaus said they report what the issuer sends. The history could not be restored. Alex's experience is not unusual. Similar patterns appear in consumer complaints to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Similar patterns appear in discussions on credit forums. People describe the same sequence in those discussions. The scoring models changed over time. In older versions of the FICO score, authorized user accounts received the same weight as primary accounts. Beginning with FICO 8, the models began to handle authorized user data separately. Newer versions, such as Vantage Score 4.0, also applied different rules. This means the boost you receive today may be smaller than it would have been 10 years ago. The removal effect remains the same. The positive history simply vanishes from your file. Here's the precise flow of information that creates this outcome. The credit card issuer maintains the master account record. Every month, the issuer transmits a file to Equifax. Every month, the issuer transmits a file to Experian. Every month, the issuer transmits a file to TransUnion. That file includes the account number. That file includes the payment history. That file includes the balance. That file includes the credit limit. That file includes the names and social security numbers of all authorized users. The bureaus create or update a trade line on each authorized user's credit report. They mark it clearly as an authorized user account rather than a primary account. Scoring companies then ingest the data. FICO's current models separate authorized user information from primary account information in several calculations. Payment history still counts, but the length of credit history treats the data differently. Certain utilization calculations treat the data differently than they treat accounts where the consumer is the primary holder. The issuer or the primary cardholder can request that the authorized user's designation be removed. The issuer simply stops including the authorized user's information in the next monthly transmission. The bureaus delete the trade line. No separate notice goes to the authorized user. The primary holder faces no fee and no penalty for the removal. The risk of the lost history lands entirely on the person who was never legally obligated to pay the bill. This arrangement exists for a practical reason. Millions of young adults and people with thin credit files use authorized user status to build a record faster than they could on their own.
Industry estimates place the number of authorized user trade lines in the tens of millions. The primary cardholder usually pays nothing extra to add someone. The card issuer may see slightly higher overall spending. The credit bureaus obtain more data points that they can package into scores sold to lenders. FICO itself states that authorized user accounts can positively or negatively affect scores, depending on the underlying account management. Experian explains that when an authorized user is removed, the account and its history simply no longer appear on the report. The company points out that authorized user status is granted by the primary holder and can be revoked by that holder or the issuer. Regulators have not required issuers to give advance notice to authorized users before removal. One genuine counterargument is that the system protects the primary cardholder from liability for someone else's spending. The system also keeps the primary holder in full control of their own credit line. Most consumers believe that once positive information appears on their credit report, it will remain there as long as payments continue. That belief does not match how authorized user data actually works. The real issue is not that a family member or the bank acted unfairly. It is that the credit scoring system treats data supplied by a third party as removable at any time. The removal happens without the consent or even the knowledge of the person whose score depends on it. Pull your credit reports from annualcreditreport.com this week. Look for every account that lists you as an authorized user. Write to the primary card issuer and request removal of your name as an authorized user. Include your full name, include the account number, include your social security number, last 4 digits. Ask for written confirmation that the removal will be reported to Equifax. Ask for written confirmation that the removal will be reported to Experian. Ask for written confirmation that the removal will be reported to TransUnion. After 30 days, pull fresh reports and calculate the change in your average age of accounts. After 30 days, calculate the change in your total credit utilization. If any authorized user account represents more than 20% of your total available credit, open a primary credit card in your own name. If any authorized user account is your oldest account by several years, open a primary credit card in your own name. Use it for small purchases. Pay the balance in full each month for at least 6 billing cycles. If a recent removal has already lowered your score and you have a major credit application planned, contact a nonprofit credit counselor through the National Foundation for Credit Counseling before you take further steps. You first saw that credit report update as proof that your responsible choices were working. Now you know it was a temporary list of accounts that someone else could delete. The question is not whether the system can see you, it is whether you can see the decision before it arrives. If the pattern described here matches what you or someone you know has experienced, share this investigation with them. In our next report, we examine how a single utilization percentage inside the scoring formula can reset an entire credit profile without any change in actual debt.